Good morning. Welcome to day 15 of Advent. We're really getting into the meat of it now. There's not a whole lot left. And I am doing my best to squeeze the Advent video between two calls that I'm scheduled to have this morning for work. One of my favorite things about my line of work is when a call is scheduled for an hour and it actually only takes about 10 minutes, so you're able to squeeze in your daily advent calendar video for YouTube. That's something a lot of people don't consider about IT is how much time it gives you to open your advent calendar. That's the real joy of it. There's got to be something good about it, right? Surely. Okay, where is day 15? There he is. Let's get the thumbnail in. Talking of thumbnails, I do like how looking through the repertoire of Advent videos so far, a lot of them do just show the CD, which is quite nice. They're all just whatever YouTube generates. I don't pick them. I'll just upload them straight and see what happens. Oh. Oh my. Well, I have 2 points on this. If this is what I think it is. Oh, it is. Oh, fuck me, it is. But so it's a D6, right? Which sort of makes it impossible for us to get a full set of the see-through dice, because that is what this is. We've already had a chunky D6. The donut D6, you'll remember it as. This is another D6 with some stuff in it. And it looks, to me at least... Is that... Okay. So hear me out here. I think... And this may be a contentious view here, right? These are either apple slices or they're flowers. Like they're little white flowers. Now, I believe it's the latter. I'm going to say that this is the flower D6. And I know somebody will actually enjoy this, so that's a good die. I'm probably not going to keep this one. I'm probably not going to keep a lot of them, to be fair. I feel like I have people in mind who would enjoy some of these die sets. I like giving them out, but this D6 in particular, I think anyway. I think it's a fucking. I think it's having trouble focusing, is what I think. Come on, there we go. Back in focus. 1 second. There we go. I fixed it. It's focusing now for a minute at least. Yeah, I think that's flowers, or is it fucking apple segments? If it's apple segments, it's peculiar because they all have bits of core in them, like rotten blackened core. Yeah, I don't know. I may need to look that one up on the Dakota Irish website and see if they sell it independently to see what they describe it as. But I'm gonna go for flower dice, and it's a D6, which I wasn't expecting another D6. It's interesting. It's no donut dice. Given the choice between donuts and apple slices / flower petals, I'm always gonna pick donut. Donut wins. But D6. We may be overwhelmed by D6s. Let me have a look at my list here. D6 is... Yes, of course. It's best of collections, isn't it? Yeah. So, again, we're going for the re-roll rule on this one. If we get something that we've already gotten, which you'll recognize before I do, then we just roll it again until we get something we haven't gotten yet. It's more of a chance with the D6 than there is with the D4, so hopefully we won't have to make some, arbitrary rules that I completely fuck up. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Give it a roll, see what happens. Well. It's number 3, which is number 59, which I have a funny feeling we might have already seen. Let's see. Oh. Huh. Well. 1 second. Alright, so you may recall a while ago I mentioned, I think it was when Lungs came up on the collection, that I mentioned just in passing that it was the kind of album I would buy on vinyl despite not owning a record player. Well, this is Love Plus Fear. See, I'm away from my usual setting here. This is pinned to the wall, and rightly so. This is the only vinyl that I own, and unlike Electra Heart, I'm not going to be upset at this because contentious opinion among fans of Marina and Slasher Were the Diamonds, and also probably a contentious opinion among people that know what they're talking about when it comes to music. This is my favourite of hers, so much so that I bought it on vinyl, don't you know? But I'm not going to take this down off the wall and fucking throw that around in my hands, mostly because it would be a pain in the arse to get back up there, but also because it's a bit too big and cumbersome, and really, the CD is much easier handled, so let's go do that. Okay, much better. We're back on format. We're back where we belong, back on the setup. And this is a far more manageable sized copy of Love Plus Fear. But you might look to this and you might think, what's so special about this album? Why the prestige? Why do I care so much for it? That should go a ways to explain it. Not really, but it is reversible. You do get the two sides, and you can decide yourself which one's love and which one's fear. Yeah, it's kind of the theme of the album. It's an album in two parts, and they are, let me tell you, very distinct. It's interesting that this comes up because it mirrors and pairs nicely with two previous reviews. Of course, the first being Electra Heart, the pre-rebranding album that many people acclaimed as being her best. And of course, then yesterday's was it yesterday's? All the days are flowing together. Yes, it was yesterday's album of Strange Trails, which I mentioned was one which benefits a listen straight through because the two halves sort of coalesce and combine in interesting ways. And this is another album in two parts where your A side and your B side, literally in the case of the record I have mounted on the wall, have very different feelings to them. They are a perfect pair, shall we say? And if we open it up right here, we can see those two sides. Yeah, you can decide which of these is love and which one's fear. But the love and fear sides of the album are pretty highlighted there. I mean, they're right there. Now, you may be wondering, who is this Marina? I know Marina and the Diamonds of bubblegum bitch fame. Yeah, this was around the time that she did a bit of a rebrand. So there have been 5 albums. I own them all, and I have a lot to say about most of them, as you've seen. The first 3 were under the moniker of Marina and the Diamonds, although technically, I suppose you could say it was pretty much just the Family Jewels and Fruit that were like, and the Diamonds, when you've got the whole concept album thing that was going on with Electra Heart. It's messy, but these diamonds, tell me about these diamonds. I'll tell you about the diamonds, don't worry, the diamonds are going to be told about. Basically, that was just the name that she applied to her fans, I guess, back in the early days. They were considered to be the diamonds. Am I a diamond? Christ, no, I'm a bit of buried carbon that nobody would look at. But over time, that name became a little bit shite, especially because her actual name, as I've said previously, is Marina Diamandis, Greek origin. So she chopped off the diamonds. She got rid of the diamonds. She's Marina Diamandis, yes, and her stage name is just Marona now. But you may wonder, are there any diamonds left? Does she still acknowledge the diamonds? Oh, she still acknowledges the diamonds, alright. Yeah, they're plastered all over the physical release of this, which is something that can't be said about her follow-up album, but we're not going to talk about Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land, because fuck me, I can't believe that she did a shit second album this late into her musical career. But we're not talking about the shit second album of the Marina era. We're talking about the phenomenal first album of the post Diamond Excursion. Excursion? No, Excursion would be going to get diamonds. Diamond Excision. Yeah, the diamonds have been excised off of her name. And the demons have been exorcised out of Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. And rightly so. We're not going to talk about that shit album. We're talking about one of her best. As I've made very clear, this is my favorite of her work. Ooh, really? Yeah, really. Yeah, this is the best one. It does everything for me now that Electra Heart did for me back when I was a teenager. It's good shit. It's solid shit. And it's still pop, so of course it's still shit. Gotta keep that one rolling. Gotta keep that continuous joke rolling every time I say that something is shit. Anyhow, as far as favourites are concerned, oof. I could probably pick one from both sides, to be honest with you. I see that as being the fairest thing to do. I think that's a fair assessment. So I'm going to say... I don't know what that music playing in the distance is. Oh, it's hold music, someone I'll call. Cool. As long as it's not me, that's the main thing. Because it'd be a funny one to explain to my employers. Hey, wouldn't be the first time. Right, favourites. I'm going to go for Superstar off of the love side. And from the fear side, I'm going to say Karma, although I will say that there is an acoustic version of Karma that she did, which is far superior. But if you're going to stick with the album and what it provides, fuck me, 12 minutes. Jesus Christ. Have other interests other than some fucking Greek British lady who sings about things your aunt might sing about. Oh God, I'm still talking about fucking Ancient Dreams, aren't I? You know what? I'm gonna make you a promise right now. It's very unlikely that another Morona is gonna come up, right? But there's a very distinct possibility that when all this Advent thing is finished, I will kind of try and wrap everything up, and try and really put a cap on this whole thing. If we get, if we get a clear D20 with some stuff in it, in any day during this, then I'm going to do Ancient Dreams in the Modern Land at the end of this whole thing as like a special, because I've talked enough about it. I've talked enough about her to justify it. It ain't right. It ain't fucking right, but hey, I have a lot to say. My shitty taste in music are... Oh God, and what's dumb as well is the ones where I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great album, this is fantastic, done in fucking 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Ones where I may like the music, yes, but can acknowledge that it's not really very good in many cases. Double the fucking time for me pissing on about it. Anyway, I've wasted enough of your time and mine, and my employers, importantly, and I got another call to hop on in a little while. Not too soon though. Not too soon. So that's day 15. That's Love Plus Fear, the only vinyl record that I own. Someday I really look forward to playing it. See you tomorrow.